Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that the future you long for is not ahead of you but inside you? What if I told you that you're not waiting for your dreams to come true? Your dreams are waiting for you to believe. Every great achievement, every destiny fulfilled, every success story began not in the world but in the heart of the one who dared to see it. The future is not coming, it is already here, hidden within you, waiting to be released. Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that you are not waiting for your future is waiting for you? What if I told you that the dreams in your heart are not far away, but already within you, waiting to be unlocked? The greatest tragedy in life is not death, it is living without ever becoming the person you were destined to be. The difference between those who succeed and those who struggle is not intelligence, opportunity, or luck. It is revelation. Some people recognize that everything they need is already inside them, while others keep searching outside themselves for what they will never find. A tree does not struggle to become a tree. An eagle does not labor to become an eagle. A lion does not beg to be a lion. The greatness of creation is in its ability to manifest what is already placed inside it. You are no different. Before you were born, everything you were meant to become was placed within you. Your gifts, your talents, your success, your influence, and even your wealth, it is all inside you right now. The question is not whether it exists. The question is whether you will believe it enough to release it. A seed does not pray to become a tree. It simply submits to the right environment, and the life hidden inside begins to manifest. Yet, many people spend their lives begging, pleading, and struggling to receive what they already possess. The greatest enemy of success is ignorance. When you do not know who you are, you will always feel like something is missing. But when you wake up to the truth that your future is not something you chase, it is something you release. You will move from struggle to ease, from frustration to fulfillment. The reason most people fail to experience their dreams is that they live life reacting instead of creating. They wait for opportunities instead of recognizing they are the opportunity. They wait for doors to open instead of realizing they were born with the keys. They wait for permission instead of understanding that they have already been authorized. You were meant to wait for your destiny. You were meant to walk in it. The moment you see yourself as the source of your future, everything changes. A child does not grow by struggling. Growth is natural because the potential for growth is already built into the body. In the same way, your dreams do not come to pass through striving. They unfold when you align yourself with the truth that you already have everything you need. If you keep looking at your circumstances, you will always feel limited. If you keep looking at what you lack, you will always feel behind. But if you begin to look within and recognize that you're carrying something far greater than you have ever imagined, you will no longer seek validation from the world. Instead, you will start walking in the confidence of what is already yours. A bird does not learn to fly by studying the wind. It spreads its wings and takes off. Likewise, you do not need to figure out every detail of how your future will unfold. Your responsibility is not to control the process, but to step into the truth of who you are. Every great achievement starts with a moment of realization. I am more than what I have been told. I am greater than my circumstances. My future is not ahead of me, it is within me. So I challenge you today, stop waiting, stop doubting, stop delaying. The power to change your life is already inside you. The world will not hand you your future, you must step into it. You do not need permission to be great. You do not need approval to succeed. You were born with everything you need. So relax, believe, and receive. Your future is not coming, it is already here. The only question is, will you step into it? The greatest deception in life is the belief that our future is something outside of us, something we must chase, strive for, or wait on. But the truth is, the future is not ahead of you, it is within you, waiting for recognition. Every great invention, every breakthrough, every success story began as an unseen reality inside someone's mind. The world we live in today, the technology we use, the structures we admire, the luxuries we enjoy, once existed only in the thoughts of those who dared to believe. You were created with a destiny already programmed inside you. Just as a seed carries the full potential of a tree, you carry the blueprint of your future. You don't need to become someone else, and you don't need to go looking for what is already inside you. The problem is not the absence of potential. The problem is the failure to recognize it. Many people spend their lives searching for something they already have, like a man with a treasure chest in his backyard who keeps digging in someone else's field. You do not lack ability. You lack awareness. And the moment you realize this, everything changes. The key to unlocking your future is not in external effort, but in internal alignment. Struggle comes from the belief that you must fight for what is already yours. But success comes when you understand that your job is not to force your destiny, but to step into it. The world teaches us that we must work harder, push more, and exhaust ourselves to achieve our desires, but nature itself tells us otherwise. The sun does not strive to shine, it simply does. The river does not struggle to flow, it follows its course. The flower does not fight to bloom, it responds to the environment. You were not designed to fight for your purpose, you were designed to live in it. The challenge is that many people do not trust the process. They allow doubt to replace faith, worry to replace vision, and fear to silence the voice of destiny within them. They look at their circumstances and assume they are limited. But your current situation is not your final destination. The truth is, what you believe about yourself will determine what you experience in life. If you see yourself as small, you will live small. If you see yourself as incapable, you will remain stuck. But the moment you shift your perception and realize that the power to change your life is already inside you, doors will open, opportunities will come, and what seemed impossible will become reality. Your imagination is the birthplace of your future. Whatever you focus on with belief and conviction will eventually manifest in your life. This is why some people continue to struggle, because they focus more on what they lack than on what they possess. They speak more about problems than possibilities. They magnify their limitations instead of their potential. But those who understand the power of vision and faith begin to experience life differently. They see themselves not as victims of circumstances, but as creators of their destiny. They do not wait for change, they become the change. You do not need to beg for what has already been given to you. The future you desire is not something you need to chase, it is something you must receive. And receiving does not come from striving, it comes from knowing. Knowing that you are already equipped, knowing that you are already positioned for greatness. The moment you stop waiting and start believing, you will see that everything you have been searching for has been within you all along. So today I encourage you to shift your mindset. Stop waiting for a future that is already here. Stop striving for what is already yours. Relax, believe, and step into the reality that was created for you before you even knew it existed. Your destiny is not coming, it is already here. The question is, will you receive it? Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that everything you are searching for is already within you? That the future you long for is not something you must chase, but something you must release. Too many people live their lives in frustration, waiting for the right moment, the right opportunity, or the right conditions to step into their purpose. But the truth is, your future is not ahead of you, it is already inside you, waiting to be unlocked. You do not need to fight for what is already yours. You need to receive it by believing that it has already been given. The greatest tragedy in life is not failure, it is living beneath your potential. Every tree was once a seed, but not every seed becomes a tree. The difference is not in the potential, because all seeds carry the same power. The difference is in whether the seed is placed in the right environment and given the chance to grow. The same is true for you. You were created with everything you need to succeed. Your dreams, your purpose, your vision, it is all inside you, just like a mighty tree is hidden inside a tiny seed. But if you do not recognize your potential, if you keep waiting instead of walking in faith, you will live your life, never seeing the greatness that was placed inside you from the beginning. The world will not give you permission to succeed. You must claim it. Your future is not waiting for you in some distant place. It is already here. You are not becoming, you already are. The only thing left for you to do is step into it with confidence, knowing that what is yours has already been given. Relax, believe, and receive. Because the future is now. Everything you need to succeed is already within you. You were born with purpose, with gifts, and with a destiny waiting to be fulfilled. But too many people live their lives believing that success is something they must chase, something far away in the future, something that requires struggle, stress, and endless effort. The truth is, your future is not ahead of you, it is inside you, waiting to be released. The moment you stop looking outside yourself for answers and start recognizing the power within, your life will begin to change. Most people fail not because they lack talent, intelligence, or opportunity, but because they lack the belief that their future is already secure. A seed does not struggle to become a tree. It simply follows the natural process of growth. A bird does not worry about how it will learn to fly. It spreads its wings and takes off when the time is right. Yet we as human beings complicate what was meant to be simple. We stress over when our breakthrough will come, how our dreams will come to pass, and whether we are good enough. But the truth is, just as nature follows its course without confusion, you too were designed to walk into your destiny with ease, if only you would trust the process. Your future is not something you achieve through struggle, it is something you receive through alignment. Struggle happens when you believe you have to force your destiny into existence. Alignment happens when you understand that your destiny has already been written and your only job is to step into it. The difference between successful people and those who never reach their full potential is not hard work, it is perspective. Some believe they must fight for what they want, while others know they only need to believe, prepare, and receive. Your destiny is not a possibility, it is a certainty. But it will only become real to you when you begin to see yourself the way you were created to be. The key to unlocking your future is vision. What you see in your heart is more real than what you see with your eyes. Your imagination is the tool that shapes your reality. Every great invention, every breakthrough, every advancement in history first existed in someone's mind before it became visible to the world. The car you drive, the technology you use, the buildings you admire, all of these things were once invisible thoughts in someone's imagination, but because they believed in what they saw within, the world now sees it too. Many people fail to experience their dreams because they focus too much on their current circumstances. They look at what they lack instead of what they already have inside them. They allow their past failures, their financial struggles, and their external limitations to convince them that their dreams are impossible. But the truth is, nothing outside of you can stop what has already been placed within you, unless you let it. A lion raised among sheep will believe it is weak, not because it lacks strength, but because it has been conditioned to think small. In the same way, many of us live below our potential because we have been taught to doubt ourselves. But the moment you shift your mindset, the moment you begin to see yourself as capable, worthy, and already positioned for greatness, everything changes. You do not need to wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. The future you desire is not something distant. It is already here, already available, already within reach. All that is required of you is to stop striving, stop doubting, and start believing. You do not need to chase what is already yours. You need to align with it, step into it, and receive it with confidence. Your time is not coming, your time is now. So relax, believe, and walk boldly into the future that has already been prepared for you. Your future is not something you wait for, it is something you release. Everything you need to succeed, to grow, to become the person you were created to be, is already within you. The greatest mistake people make is believing that their success is somewhere in the distant future, something they must chase, fight for, or wait to receive. But the truth is, you are not waiting for your future. Your future is waiting for you to recognize it. The moment you understand that everything you need is already inside you, you will stop searching and start manifesting. Too many people live life believing that their current circumstances define their potential. They look at their bank accounts, their education, their background, or their failures and assume that these things determine their destiny. But your destiny is not dictated by your external conditions. It is dictated by what is inside you. A caterpillar does not look like a butterfly. but it carries the DNA of transformation within it. A seed does not look like a tree, but it already contains the full potential of what it is meant to become. In the same way, your future is already encoded inside you. You do not need to chase it. You need to believe it and allow it to unfold. The greatest battles you will ever face are not external, they are internal. Your mind is the battlefield where success or failure is determined. If you believe you are small, you will live small. If you believe you are limited, you will always feel stuck. But if you shift your thinking and begin to see yourself as capable, worthy, and already equipped for greatness, your reality will begin to align with that belief. Every major achievement in history started in someone's mind before it became visible to the world. The buildings we admire, the technology we use, the businesses we celebrate, everything began as an unseen vision in someone's imagination. What you see in your mind determines what you will see in your life. If you cannot visualize success, you will never experience it. One of the biggest reasons people fail to step into their destiny is because they spend too much time worrying about how it will happen. They focus on the process instead of resting in the promise. A farmer does not dig up the seed every day to check if it is growing. He plants it, waters it, and trusts the process. He does not stress about whether the sun will rise or the rain will come. He knows that nature is already designed to work in his favor. In the same way, your job is not to stress over how your future will unfold. Your job is to believe, prepare, and receive. Worrying about the details only creates unnecessary resistance. When you understand that the path is already prepared for you, you will stop striving and start walking in confidence. The future belongs to those who are willing to receive it. Some people spend their entire lives waiting for permission to succeed. But the truth is, you do not need permission. You were already given everything you need. The only thing that stands between you and your destiny is your willingness to believe that it is already yours. Success is not about effort alone. It is about alignment. The moment you align your thoughts, your faith, and your actions with the reality that your future is already secure, things will begin to shift in your favor. Doors will open, opportunities will come, and what once seemed impossible will become effortless. You do not have to wait for the right moment to step into your destiny. The right moment is now. You do not need to chase your future. It is already within you. Stop striving. Stop doubting. When you accept that your success is already written, you will move with confidence, with peace, and with power. The only thing left for you to do is to relax, receive, and walk boldly into the future that has always been yours. The future is not something you wait for, it is something you step into. Too many people believe that success, happiness, and fulfillment are distant things they must chase. They spend years hoping, striving, and waiting for the right moment. But the truth is, your future is not ahead of you. It is already inside you. The moment you recognize this, you will stop searching and start manifesting. Everything you need to succeed has already been placed within you. You are not lacking, you are not behind, and you are not unworthy. You simply need to see yourself as you were created to be. The problem is not a lack of potential, but a lack of awareness. A seed does not struggle to become a tree. It already carries the blueprint of its destiny. The only thing it needs is the right environment to grow. In the same way, you do not need to force your future into existence. You simply need to align with it. Too many people spend their lives doubting their potential, comparing themselves to others, and waiting for someone to give them permission to step into their destiny. But your success is not dependent on external validation. The moment you accept that your future is already designed and waiting for you to receive it, you will stop striving and start thriving. Your mind is the gateway to your future. What you believe about yourself determines what you will experience in life. If you see yourself as small, you will live small. If you believe success is difficult, you will always struggle. But if you begin to see yourself as capable, as worthy, and as already positioned for greatness, your life will start to reflect that belief. Every great achievement in history started in someone's imagination before it became a reality. The devices we use, the businesses we admire, the inventions that changed the world, all of these things were once invisible thoughts in someone's mind. Your imagination is not just a tool for dreaming, it is a tool for creating. What you consistently focus on with belief will eventually manifest in your life. Many people delay their future because they spend too much time worrying about how things will happen. They stress over every detail, overanalyze every step, and hesitate because they cannot see the full picture. But just like a farmer does not question whether a planted seed will grow, you must trust that your destiny is already in motion. You do not need to control every outcome. You need to align yourself with the process. When you relax and believe that your future is already secure, things will begin to fall into place effortlessly. You will find yourself in the right places, meeting the right people, and receiving the right opportunities, not because you forced it, but because you were ready to receive it. The difference between those who live their dreams and those who don't is not luck, it is alignment. Some people understand that success is not about fighting or chasing, it is about receiving. They know that they were created with purpose and that nothing can stop what is already destined for them. They do not wait for the perfect moment because they know the perfect moment is now. They do not seek approval because they know they are already chosen. The only thing standing between you and your future is your willingness to believe that it is already yours. So today I challenge you, stop waiting, stop striving, and start believing. Your future is not something you have to earn, it is something you have to accept. Walk with confidence, knowing that you are already equipped, already positioned, and already worthy. The only thing left for you to do is to relax, receive, and step boldly into the destiny that has always belonged to you.